A warm welcome, everyone. We are very happy to see that you have tuned in for the Osiris Final Conference, live streamed to you with speakers from all around Europe. My name is Yvonne Backholm, and I will be your moderator today. And the aim of today is to share with all of you what we have learned during 4 years of working with open social innovation for regional development. All partners of Osiris will share their experiences and results with you. Results that will have a long-lasting impact on communities and citizens. And you, as an audience, are most welcome to comment and ask questions in the commentary field below here on YouTube. Towards the end of this webinar, I will pick up some of your questions and make sure you get answers to them. And if you feel that your question is not answered, feel free to contact us on all our communication channels afterwards, and we will do our very best to answer your questions. So we have 1.5 hours for doing this, so let's get going. And let me start by giving the floor, or the channel rather, to Nina Björby, an important stakeholder of the lead partner Region Västerbotten.
Dear Osiris friends, as a regional politician involved in regional development and culture, citizens' involvement in development is close to my heart. And Osiris, in my mind, is a major step towards finding effective tools that enable citizens to take part in the development of society. I'm very proud of everybody's contribution to the project, and of course, especially Västerbotten's. Our innovation loop, a cyclical co-creation process to allow co-generation of innovative ideas and prototyping these into new products, services, and processes within the regional innovation ecosystem has proven a valuable asset in the project's work. However, Osiris is only an enabler. To make use of these tools for design, delivery, and implementation of open and social innovation policies for regional development, we need to implement it using co-creation approach and tools under a quintuple helix model. To truly improve local and regional development and innovation capabilities, we need to involve policymakers, researchers, businesses, citizens, and civil society. And we need to engage in interregional exchange activities. Also, being the Vice President for Democracy in the Assembly of European Regions, I find the method very interesting. In times like these, I believe it's more important than ever to acknowledge the role of citizens as owner of the society. The many changes occurring around the globe are stretching and reshaping forms of social organization and decision-making processes. So thank you, all of you, for your engagement in Osiris.
Okay, thank you very much, Nina, for those kind words. During the last 4 years, co-creation, collaboration, and open innovation have been on our agenda to include citizens in regional development in various ways. And I would like to start by showing you a video that shows the different aspects and achievements of our project. And this video has been produced during the pandemic using Zoom as the tool, as you will see. After the video, our expert Umberto Pernice will give you some definitions on what open social innovation is all about and the role it plays for collaboration. Let's start with the video.
The Osiris Interreg project, focused on open social innovation for regional development, has seen some extremely interesting results over the course of the project. Regions that had little experience in using co-creation processes for involving citizens have found it to be an effective way to include and engage.
This innovative process for us enabled the Western Greece stakeholders to collaborate at problem-solving issues, to share their views and knowledge, to coordinate collaboration activities, and create active citizens for regional decisions. To close up, Osiris definitely contributed in introducing and applying co-creation process in the region of Western Greece. We were very lucky to participate in this project.
The long-term effects of learning from best practices in different regions will be considerable. In Ostrobothnia, processes from other regions were reshaped to fit the regional needs and will have a long-lasting impact.
Through the pilot, the sharing of good practices between the regions really came to life. We used the pilot to test an open innovation process within the field of smart and renewable energy solutions. The pilot showed that open social innovation can indeed be used to solve quite complex real-life challenges. And in this way, the pilot turned out to be a strong regional showcase.
Not only do the processes promote inclusion of citizens in innovation processes in all possible areas, they also promote the crucial use of data as foundation for decisions.
Osiris gives us the opportunity to organize this collaborative learning experience like Open Data Hackathon. This has been a strong example, tangible result of this connection between open data and open innovation.
All groups of citizens are included in the processes. For some, the change is immediate. Smart Homes for the Elderly is an innovation from Patra in Greece, which has been adapted in Fundão.
The municipality wants to incentivize the rehabilitation of old and empty stores into smart houses for older people. And so that's why it's very important for us to have this pilot working. So we will focus on that.
The project could not have been as successful without a firm foundation to build from.
The role of open and social innovation in Osiris was really crucial, at least for two reasons. A true bottom-up policy change driven by citizens, and the capability of using in a smooth and flexible way open data, open services to co-generate ideas that were capable of addressing societal challenges.
One crucial aspect has also been the continuous and stringent communication strategies.
An elaborate communication strategy is an important tool for two reasons. Firstly, it's about reaching your target audience and enabling dialogue. That's where we have seen that video is a powerful tool. And secondly, it's about creating a working environment in a transnational project, making sure that you create a shared understanding between the partners so that you can exchange experiences and good practices, perhaps even build on a common European identity. And that's where I think that Osiris has succeeded.
Partners all over Europe have seen a noticeable impact from implementing the different best practices developed within the project.
The long-lasting effect of Osiris in our region is more and better cooperation by the inhabitants. Osiris was a main ingredient of a new three-dimensional cooperation between inhabitants, local communities and entrepreneurs.
With the Osiris project drawing to a close, partners look towards an increasingly collaborative and innovative future.
For us, Osiris has brought new ways of thinking and working with the Structural Funds program. For example, in project applications, we can notice an improved capacity and also interest in applying open social innovation as a method. And we, on the other hand, at the Regional Council, have learned a new way how to more strongly involve citizens in the region's work with smart specialization.
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much, Yvonne Backholm-Nyberg from Åbo Akademi, which is the communication leader of this Interreg Europe project called Osiris, which stands for Open Social Innovation Policies, driven by co-creative regional innovation ecosystem. This was 9 semesters, so 4 years and a half Interreg Europe project, addressing the objective 1, which is research and innovation, and engaging 8 partners between North, South, East, and West of Europe. And what was particularly interesting for this Interreg project was the idea of combining 2 policies, which usually are very relevant, open innovation and social innovation, but they are disjointed. And instead, we wanted to see how the combination of these 2 policies could contribute for strengthening regional innovation ecosystem. As you know, with the open innovation, the goal is to break up silos in collaboration between different audiences and different targets. So this means enabling the possibility of using data as open, released, public, free. The same is for the knowledge, which should come from internal, external organization, and should converge to generate new ideas. This is what the adoption of open innovation in the project has essentially represented. I will share a few slides. I hope you can see them. So the adoption of the open innovation policy was driven by the goal of meeting real societal needs and creating real social relationship or collaboration, as the European Commission has particularly encouraged in these years. The role of open social innovation in a project like this meant essentially injecting in the interregional exchange process, where all these 8 partners have met, injecting the adoption of open knowledge, so open data. We referred very much to the European data portal. We understood how open laboratories they work. We understood how open services can be co-designed with the goal of addressing priorities that are defined with a strong social aim. So if we want to say in a few words what can be the long-lasting impact of a project that uses open and social innovation, we can definitely at least say that the combination of these 2 policies for regional innovation ecosystem has demonstrated that the communities of stakeholders were capable of interpreting current mega trends on research and innovation. We worked quite a lot on priorities and trends like digital transformation for regions and eco-sustainability as a priority for political for regional development. We have understood how all these tools have enabled collaboration towards an important model, which is the open collaborative governance model, where governance is the result of the engagement of different communities. We engaged more than 200 stakeholders between citizen, academic, business, and governments. And this project, as my colleagues will then show you after my talk, has demonstrated that policy change can come with a true bottom-up approach. And this was reflected in the 6 regional action plans and in the 3 pilots that were organized by the project. So I want to thank you very much, the audience, and I want to thank you very much, of course, all the colleagues and friends in this project. Thank you. Thank you again.
Now I hope that you feel that you know a bit about what we have aimed at achieving over the course of our project. And now it is really time to dig deeper into the results and the impact that they will have. And here to do so are representatives of all our project partners. So let me start by introducing them just briefly, and then they will speak one by one and present their achievements. First, from Finland, we have Johanna Dahl from the Regional Council of Ostrobothnia. From Finland to Western Greece, and Eleni Arvaniti from Computer Technology Institute and Press Diophantus, followed by Ricardo Goncalves of the Municipality of Fundao in Portugal. And after Portugal, the lead partner from Sweden, Region Västerbotten, and Lars Wallrup is on. And he will be followed by Marco Combetto from the autonomous province of Trento in Italy. And last but not least, we have Gerard Meijers from the province of Drenthe in the Netherlands. This, ladies and gentlemen, will require some focus from you and a good deal of technical skills from all the rest of us. So let's go. Johanna, it's your turn.
Hi, everyone. My name is Johanna Dahl, and I'm representing the Regional Council of Ostrobothnia. In my presentation today, I will first talk about the pilot that we did, and then I will shortly tell you about some of the results and changes that we have achieved during the project. We particularly found one good practice that we saw could strengthen the innovation system here in Ostrobothnia and how we work today. And this good practice was the innovation loop developed by Region Västerbotten. And as the project went on, we implemented a pilot which aimed at testing and customizing the innovation loop as an open innovation process in our region. And this pilot was realized in cooperation with Region Västerbotten and also Experience Lab at Åbo Akademi University, who evaluated the whole process. The pilot aimed at gathering different people in an open social innovation process in the field of renewable and smart energy solutions. And why this context? Well, the energy sector is a key industry in our region, but we also identified that this sector could greatly benefit from using open social innovation more, considering that it currently undergoes quite radical changes given digitalization and also decentralized energy production. And this was also confirmed in the pilot that we did. The pilot was realized through 3 co-creative workshops where the participants gradually developed their ideas. And the participants were given predefined challenges to solve, and these were given by regional companies that are in the process of changing their business models quite a lot, and these companies can be seen on the right-hand side of the presentation. And whereas the companies were interested in the solutions co-created, they were also keen to see how the participants reasoned overall, how the process worked, and also testing the innovation potential of the participants, who ranged from citizens, students, public actors, researchers, and academic staff. The evaluation showed that the concept was overall successful. And looking a bit more into our results, the pilot resulted in 3 new smart energy solutions, and it served as a good regional showcase for us. The pilot also developed the Smart Energy Workshop concept as a new open innovation practice, and this was one of our key aims. And these results have been taken up in strategy documents. In the pilot, we also saw quite concretely what worked and what didn't. We noticed, for example, that we missed a digital tool to use between the physical workshop meetings. And this particularly became evident now, given the circumstances that we have when we plan to do a second iteration of this whole process. And the cross-disciplinary nature of the groups was highly valued by the participants and also by the companies. And this was something that we deliberately focused on creating. And we saw also in hindsight that a key strength of open social innovation lies in combining people with different types of knowledge. The pilot also made us realize the potential of using this method in different fields far beyond energy. And this is important for us. And a bit of a surprising insight was also that students turned out to be an interesting group of participants, as they represented both the citizens' perspective and the educational system. And finally, looking at some of the policy changes that we have achieved. I'm quite certain to say that open social innovation would not have been brought up on our regional agenda this soon without the project. During Osiris, we have funded a number of new regional projects through the Structural Funds Programme, which are within the scope of open social innovation. We can also see that in the funded projects, the level of ambition and knowledge has increased from merely applying open social innovation as a method to reach the project's other aims, to actually daring to put open social innovation at the very core. And a concrete example of this is the latest project that we have funded, which is called Facilitation of Open Human-Based Innovation. And this project aims, among other things, to raise the region's profile in open innovation activities. And I think that this nicely shows that the region has now built up a critical mass and knowledge through prior projects funded by the policy instrument. The second policy change that we aimed at was to strengthen the participatory governance. And here the pilot provided us with a validated method for getting citizens actively involved with the work with smart specialization. And in implementing the action plan, we have also taken a lead in gathering project actors to be involved in the strategy work, and also in this way generate better projects. And as a final remark, we can also see a change and territorial impact going beyond the project as such. This spring, regional actors have in cooperation launched the concept Co-Creation Vasa, and Vasa being the regional capital of Ostrobothnia. This initiative ties a variety of ongoing and planned activities from research and innovation environments and living lab environments, as you can see here in the picture, and also specific themes such as energy, 3D printing, robotics, around the concept of co-creation. And many of these activities and projects have in their development phases been funded through the policy instrument during the time of the Osiris project. And this exemplifies that there has been a broad anchoring of the policy change in the region and in the innovation ecosystem. And this is an important result for our future work. Thank you very much.
Now we are waiting for Eleni. Yes, please, the channel is yours, Eleni.
Good morning from me. I'm Eleni from City ID of Fundão in Greece. I'm going to give you a short presentation about the results of Osiris project in our area. First of all, in the action plan we delivered in the region of Western Greece, which is the responsible body for the managing of the policy instrument, we included two activities, two actions. The first action was dealing with incubators and creative industries. It was inspired by the good practice from Fundão on incubators and from Presov, which was dealing with creative industries. The second action was open data and regional development, and it was inspired from the good practice of Trento. And based on this, we had also a pilot action for which I will tell you more later on. Innovation Loop, the good practice from region of Västerbotten, was not really suggested as an action, but as a new experience, as a new unique experience and innovative co-creation process, which is quite unique for the region of Western Greece. And following, I will tell you more about this. Regarding the first action, the region of Western Greece launched a call within the frames of Regional Operation Program, which is called Support of Creative Industries in the region of Western Greece. This was launched on April 2019, aiming to support SMEs and new startup companies dealing with creative industries. The contribution of Osiris in this call was that Osiris project through CTI initiated the open innovation process in the region of Western Greece about creativity, about cultural industries, and how this can benefit territorial development. From this project, from this call, 71 projects were finally approved with approximately budget of 9 million euros. In continue, in the action plan, there is a regional and national initiative called Rebrain Western Greece, which has been set up this year, aiming to foster, of course, regional development. The contribution of Osiris project in this initiative is that we introduced them the innovation loop. The innovation loop as a co-creative mechanism focusing especially on the enhancement of social entrepreneurship with emphasis of circular social economy in Western Greece. This is a topic very important from our area, and many initiatives have been fostered for this purpose. And closing with the action plan, within the frames of Rebrain Western Greece, right now has been prepared a new call that will be launched. It's called Utilization of Open Data for Regional Development in Western Greece, dealing with open data in some specific sectors. Project will be funded and supported, dealing with open data on transportation, dealing on environmental issues, open data for weather condition, climate change, prediction of weather, social welfare and health sector, applications for direct exchange of information among citizens, especially right now with COVID-19, and software applications with cultural and tourist content. Very, very, very important for our region, this is something I mentioned in the interview as well, is the co-creative process. This is quite unique for us. It was an experience that we were able to live from the meetings of project partners, and we were very lucky to transfer it to our regional stakeholders. It was unique for them and something that it was a little bit difficult to explain to them initially. But nowadays, our stakeholders collaborate at problem-solving issues, they share their views and knowledge, they coordinate collaboration activities, and they create active citizens for regional decision. I have to admit that they organize now by themselves, they don't need any more our support, they organize co-creation events, they are looking for new mechanisms, techniques and tools in order to attract more people in these events. And they discuss about several issues dealing with supporting of young people, vulnerable social groups, or about the issues concerning urban development. And now I will close with a Boost pilot activity, which was a collaboration between CTI, the Fundão, and the Autonomous Province of Trento. It was focusing on open data usage for the region of Western Greece. CTI created a local platform for collecting and managing data related to events, exhibitions, meetings, educational activities that are taking place in Patras and in the wider area by reusing the Open Agenda microservice from Trento. This procedure was supported by the Autonomous Province, and we customized their Open Agenda platform on our needs, on our ideas, and it was created Boost Osiris.eu platform, where in Greek and in English are available all the events that are taking place right now and in the forthcoming future in the wider area. Within the frames of a Boost pilot activity, it was organized a hackathon chatbot. It was actually a full week of events, focusing 2 days on the hackathon. They were organized between 25 and 29th of May, webinars, mentoring, there were data providers, there were pitching ideas events, there were short competitions and between small groups of young IT experts. We had winners and who were awarded with the best ideas. And finally, we have good practice iHome for You, which is transferred from Patras to Municipality of Fundao. It's about good practice dealing with the use of Internet of Things technologies, which provide assistance to individuals for carrying out their activities in their homes and improving their quality of life. We were able to collaborate with Municipality of Fundao in order to transfer them knowledge about the equipment, the technology needed the resources, how it was built and created in Western Greece. It was my presentation. Thank you very much, everybody, for this opportunity, for being part of this consortium, meeting wonderful people, and be able to experience so many things, new things for us, and transfer it to our stakeholders, to our regions. Thank you very much, so much, everyone.
Okay. Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope you are well and healthy in this strange period that we are living in. Unfortunately, today we cannot be together, making this event and closing this project, but I am sure that our connection will remain and that we will have another opportunities in the future to work together and to develop new projects and to face new challenges for our cities and regions. For Fundão and for our region, it was a great opportunity to participate in this project. We are talking about the project to share and to learn, aiming to build an action plan that is connected with the reality of each of our territories. So it was exactly like that approximately 8 years ago, we started to develop a strategy in Fundão, trying to change our economic reality. And we are doing that with the involvement of the community and a set of partners and stakeholders, trying to perceive and to replicate the best trends and best practices. And this is a success factor of any project, the involvement of people from an early stage, so that they feel committed and motivated with the results that we want to achieve. And this is one of the great merits of Osiris project, the ability to put working together a lot of local partners that helped us a lot to build an action plan that we are now starting to implement. And this action plan was designed based on our current reality, which has been changing since 2012 and which today is characterized by a strong ecosystem in terms of innovation, entrepreneurship and investment. Priority was given, as I was saying, to the involvement of the community. And for that, one of the main actions that is foreseen in this action plan is the creation of Fundão Design Factory, an infrastructure that aims to promote co-creation processes between citizen and the entrepreneurial community, increasingly promoting the link between traditional sectors and new technologies such as arts, craft design, and music. This is a central project of our strategy for the next years, which is directly connected with the incubation, prototyping, and training ecosystem, and for which we are inspired by the visits and contacts we had the opportunity to do inside the Osiris project. It is currently under execution. We plan to open it in 2021, and we hope that in next June we have the conditions to invite you to visit Fundão again and to participate in the inauguration of this infrastructure. Another project that we have underway is the creation of a prototype of a smart house for seniors, from the rehabilitation of empty stores in the city center. It is a pilot inspired by the ambient assisted living house that we saw in Patras. Unfortunately, and despite we are already doing a series of initiatives with our university and other partners and social institutions, it was not possible for us to finalize the works of the rehabilitation of the store due to the pandemic situation. We hope to have it done by the end of this year and to make this project a success because we really believe in it. All these projects are being developed in the city center, in the historic area of our city, and this is one of the main objectives of our strategy, to attract investment and to fix people and new residents in the city center, rehabilitating the old area and promoting the local economy. It is with great pride that we see that this strategy has counted over the past years with the participation of a lot of companies and stakeholders that have been installing themselves in Fundão over the past years. Finally, I want to say to all of you that it was a great opportunity and a fantastic journey for the Municipality of Fundão and for all the people who participated in the Osiris project. We hope that our connection remains and that in the future we can work together again. Stay well and stay safe, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Oh, hi. My name is Lars from region of Västerbotten. Some of the great benefits of participating in a project like Osiris are that you learn from others and you get new perspectives. But also that you have to explain for others during partner meetings and through reports what you are doing, what you want to accomplish, and what you have accomplished. That forces you to reflect on what you actually are doing and how you're doing it and how you can improve yourself. One of the main objectives in Osiris is to integrate open social innovation, the concept of co-creation and cross-border cooperation in the policy instruments and the strategies for our sake in the region of Västerbotten. The value of a strategy lies in how well the strategy succeeds to deliver what is prioritized. And I will take this opportunity to reflect on the delivery and implementation part of the policies and strategies, and to the importance to have a master plan for that. And now we'll turn to my slides. And that is to create a strategy for the strategy. Or, in other words, use the impact of OSI, Open Social Innovation. The strategy consists of two parts, the core and the edge. A common problem when it comes to implementing strategies is that they are known at the core, but not in the edge. But that's where the action is, and it's through the activities that we can create progression. Activities that are not linked to the strategy risk consolidating or even decreasing the gap. And the keys to close the gap, that's cross-border cooperation and co-creation, the foundation of this project. And for us who work with development in the complicated pentahelix-based system, vertically and horizontally, it's essential to close all the gaps between the actors, the stakeholders in the ecosystem that we have created, on the local level and within the local level, at the regional level, within the regional level, and vertically to the national level and to the international level. You can adapt this in any business and project, large or small, private or public. It's about being able to bring life, clarify, activate, and to make reality of common mission through actual action, and through collaboration find solutions to the challenges that have been identified in the strategy, but for which solutions have not yet been found. Being part of the Osiris project has strengthened our conviction in Västerbotten to continue to build on the open social innovation and our good practice innovation loop, with the innovation loop express and all the things we have identified in the action plan when it comes to deliver results. And to contribute to the implementation of the strategy by closing gaps through a strategy for the strategy. Thanks.
Marco Combetto from Trento, and thanks to the opportunity to describing you the result that we get through the project Osiris in Trento. It was a nice experience. I'm here on behalf of the province, also with the other colleagues that are collaborating on the project, and so I would like to represent them also here in front of everyone. And so mainly we have 3 points that I want to cover in this small time frame that we have to present here at the final conference. Basically, we experimented in Trento as together with the other partners and also locally with the local stakeholder, this experience of co-creating innovation jointly through innovative methods like the one described before, also by the other partners. And in particular, we focused in Trento the data-driven, the use of data and the importance of data inside the innovation process. And so trying to innovate, leveraging on the value of the data available, especially from the data made available by the public administration. So we have two things to mention in here. So we ran 2 times this event in Trento that then was also replicated in Greece as described before. And basically then we also had some experience in transfer the best practice. It's also about the implementing of an action plan. And Osiris was very useful in order to put the attention on certain topics that the action plan was mentioning, and so we get it there. And so, first of all, of course, the co-creation. The co-creation was a great experience. We established a very nice community here. We also shared our experience with the others, and we developed several innovative prototype of public services using data, using chatbot, and involving companies. And just about the companies are involved where not only small companies, but also some bigger, even if, of course, the Italian situation on computer science is also a little bit different than the one in maybe in other countries, even in Europe. We don't have big brand about computer science. But anyhow, we involved also certain brands that are bigger at a level that is at least national, even if not international. So this was great because we had an experience that is not just tailored to the local context, but also with a vision to go outside of having a coverage at the European level. We stressed a lot the adoption of standards, interoperability, and this was also something that, here, for example, I mentioned the company involved directly, because then we had also impact on other companies, but these are the company that we involved to the co-design and activities that we made together with the local stakeholder, established inside the Osiris framework. And of course, also, yes, I was saying that what we did has also a relevance at the European level, because we had also this other opportunity to go in Brussels. We get invited by the policy learning platform team. And so it was nice also. We had 2 sessions. So we had also this experience to sharing this with also people outside of the Osiris project. And so I think that also this gave a value on what we did jointly with the partner of Osiris. And so I think that was appreciated. And of course then, but I will not spend a lot on this, just to say that because it was a nice experience, we were also there. And we had this nice experience to sharing our best practice, developed here with the municipality in Trentino, but also the colleagues in Greece, they get it, they experience it. They also run an hackathon to experience it. So this was really a nice experience. And okay, this experience was also the result of several activity before. So the hackathon was just the final result because there were activity. We went in Greece, we exchanged, we spoken with, we had to speak with the stakeholder all in Greece. So it was nice, really nice and really fruitful. Also for getting back and for improving what we are doing here in Trento. And about the action plan, finally, and so we're running to the end. The Osiris give us this opportunity to designing an action plan, in writing it and sharing it, and then implementing it or pushing the implementation. Our action plan was focusing 3 main actions, and the increasing of awareness of data value, the adoption of open data inside the public administration, and then maybe the one that we were more careful about it, because it's something that really has to be implemented more, is about monitoring the impact of these, and so measuring what's happening, also how much money are spent in this kind of project. And so this is really the link with the Osiris objective about the policy instrument, how these things have been influenced by the project. Of course, the issue, but I think it was also similar in other countries, maybe in Italy a little bit more, the COVID, the crisis, so distracted a little bit about the original planning of the funding. But we obtained a great result that maybe, I don't know if I will be able to explain the result, but in general, okay, just recently the province established several measures for the economic operators, for the companies, for the businesses, for the shops. It depends from several, for automotive operators, so several categories of the businesses here in Trentino. And this was something that, okay, due to the crisis of the COVID, but then we had the opportunity, thanks to Osiris and thanks to action plan that was inserted inside the policy of the province, we had the opportunity to making this operation that was that providing support to the companies to reduce the impact of the crisis. We inserted the action plan inside this action. And so this was great, because so now inside, for example, this operational framework where the money are requested by the company in different action that the province has planned, there is Osiris there. There is an information, for example, about which data are used, which are not used. There are these embryon about what we described also inside the result of the Osiris. And this was really, okay, maybe not a super huge step, but was really important, because now in an action about the economical operators, there is a direct influence of what Osiris has designed, what Osiris has put together with the development with the other partner. And so now this is not something that is one time, but it's something that structural is inserted inside the operational of the province. And this is, for us, is really amazing, because it's so tough to modify the behavior of the public administration. So then this is great. And then basically these are the things that Trentino has made. And just thanks to everyone for the support. It was nice. The partners were great. And so, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Marco. I am Gerard Meijers, project manager of the province of Drenthe, and I will give my presentation to you. But first, I want to say that we are happy that we had the chance to participate in the Osiris project. Our collaboration with the partners was very good. We thank them for that and we learned a lot. But our collaboration was not always lucky. The first study visit at Drenthe was hindered by snow. There was a lot of snow and some partners were arriving 1 day or 2 days later. And now we are closing with the pandemic, the COVID-19. That's unlucky. Not for my own, I will tell you that we had learned from the activities with our partners where we have taken. We have found that new ways to catch social innovations and our partners had showed us. In a part of the project, we had concluded that we in southeast of Drenthe had a false definition of our goals for the region. So false that we could not reach the own defined goals of Osiris. Instead of that, we had worked with a lot of enthusiasm with our partners at the Open Social Innovation. And now I had to click my sheet here. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, okay, sorry. The following actions you see on the sheet, the start of Osiris has made us proud. We are happy that we reached more than what we had foreseen in collaboration and partnership with our stakeholder group, and by example, the municipalities. Till now we count 27 projects, and that's a high score. On the first sheet, you can see the main results, clustered in 3 items. These items are based on our action plan. We will also build further in the future at the main results in our region, so Osiris doesn't stop today. The network we realized had space enough for more members, and we will give follow-up in the future at the collaboration with CMO Stam and the UNESCO Geopark De Hondsrug. That will result in a living cooperation of artisans. In the funding network, we will first take action to give candidates enough information and knowledge so they can start as a full member. We will give also them the frame in which market is a base for further professionalism and spreading out the entrepreneurship. Here we show in detail some of the results we have reached. Not all, but a lot of SMEs were strengthened by the Osiris activities. And if it's not directly, then it had indirect effects. All projects are coming up from the local people, communities and entrepreneurs, based on the action plan. There were no governmental actions needed to give a start to them. The only support from the governments is a spoken support to entrepreneurs and local communities. And our conclusion is Osiris has set us on fire. Thank you for your attention and good luck.
Okay, that was really a lot of interesting information about the impact that co-creation and open social innovation can have and has had in all our partner regions. Thank you also very much for sharing your experiences. And you, the audience on YouTube, are you still with us? I think now would be the time to let our minds rest and let music lead the way. Sara Ajnakk is a very interesting artist that has put new life into the music and yoiking of her Sami heritage. She's here to bring us some music today, together with the musician Johan Wållberg. So please let the music seduce you. Sara and Johan. How fantastically beautiful that was. Thank you so much, Sara and Johan. And now the time has come to hear the voice of our policy officer, Hassan Martinez from the Interreg Secretariat. And right after him, Thomas Hartman from the lead partner will give his closing remarks. So first we have Hassan and then Thomas.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Yvonne, and congratulations for this nice final conference of Osiris. I've been following the point of view of the different partners, and I'm really happy to see that the project has really had an impact on the different regions involved. I'm going to do a short presentation. Congratulations again. It's always nice to hear the partners' point of view. I'm really sorry that we cannot be all together. Final conference of a project after 4 years and a half of implementation, to meet the people face to face is always great. Unfortunately, given the situation, we are trying to help our projects to be online and to still be able to disseminate the amazing results that this project has had. Here in the slide, you can see a little bit the state of play of the program right now. After 4 calls, we have approved 258 projects with more than 2,000 partners from all over Europe. I think that this is unique for an Interreg program, which means that we cover, we are a pan-European program covering 30 partner states. And we are covering almost 90% of the NUTS2 regions. Also, it's very important to highlight that we have 25% of managing authorities involved in our projects, which contributes to our objective to improve regional and local policies, but with a particular focus on investment for growth and jobs programs. The budget, 322 million, has been fully allocated to these projects. Now the first call projects that lasted 48 months have finished, so 19 projects, but there are still 239 projects ongoing. There is also a group in which Osiris is involved that will finish very soon. This explains this final conference. And you see that the complexity of managing this amount of projects, but we are very happy because the objective of the program to produce changes in the regions, to improve the way the policies are being implemented is happening. Here you can see as of 1st of September some of the outputs that the projects have produced, with almost 3,000 good practices identified, 12,000 people that have improved their capacity as a consequence of the interregional cooperation. And we have dealt with almost 900 action plans coming from 140 projects that have already finished phase 1. So you can see that we are almost, even if there is still 3 years more to go, we have reached almost some of the targets reached in our cooperation program. It was very nice to hear also the results coming from the regions. You know that overall we are there to produce policy change, to help the regions achieve policy changes. 126 projects have already achieved this with 402 policy changes. So this means that we have mobilized, the program has helped to mobilize more than 600 million euros, meaning that for every euro invested in a project, it helps to mobilize almost 4 in the different territories. And we are very happy, and Osiris has really contributed to these amazing figures. Besides the projects, you know, we have the policy learning platform with a big community of almost 18,000 people. The policy learning platform is supporting the projects, but also helping to capitalize the results from these projects to other managing authorities, public authorities, regional actors that might not be involved in the projects. So we encourage you to keep following the services provided by the platform and with our good practice database. And this is a little bit the map of the projects that are involved in investment priority 1.2, innovation capacity. There are 53 projects. You can see that it covers most of the European countries involved in the program. There are also 3 projects that are particularly focused with open and social innovation policies. These are Osiris, Dialogue, and Passepartout. Dialogue, in addition, has as lead partner the province of Trento, so also involved in Osiris. They are just in their first year of implementation, and we are sure that they will be able to use some of the experience gained in Osiris. What I would like to highlight, besides the results from the project, is always the active contribution from this project. I remember 5 years ago in September, this project landed in my desk here in Lille when we were doing the strategic assessment. And we were very happy because this was the first call. We received a project that was dealing with a topic that was not that much spread. It was the only project working with open and social innovation, as Umberto explained this morning. And we are very happy because Osiris has always been there to support the program in our big program events. It has been in 2 of our last annual events, in the Experience Fair in Sofia, where Karina and Umberto explained a little bit the way Osiris was animating and working with the stakeholders. Also, a representative from the Municipality of Fundao in Europe cooperates, explaining the design factory that was mentioned before. And as Mark also said, in the last month of November, with the participation of Trento in the policy learning platform event organized specifically on open, social, and responsible innovation. Also, as 3 pilot actions approved, that with very nice results. I remember that the photo of the iHome for You in Fundao was the first photo of a pilot that we saw at program level, and we were very excited because, as you know, we don't usually finance investments, and this was a local in the city to do this living lab. And finally, the presence of Osiris in social media, which as an open and social innovation project, it makes sense, but with many followers, very active, with very interesting videos, and always having a great dissemination and communication, let's say, activities and approach. So congratulations also for this. But most importantly, the results, with 4 already policy changes from Västerbotten, Ostrobothnia, Western Greece, and Fundao. I was happy to hear, Marco, also that from Trento, there might be a policy change coming in the last PR. And hopefully for Drenthe, even though we know that it's difficult to improve the operational program in the Netherlands, I'm sure that there will be improvements that they might be able to report before the end of the project. So this has been very important for us, with almost 4 million euros mobilized, and it shows that the project has really been a big success. Finally, it was mentioned today, COVID challenges. For us, it's been a huge challenge, because you know that we mainly finance exchange of experience through study visits, through meeting your partners. It was very nice to read an article by Kimmo Rautanen in the Osiris website, explaining that we need social contact, that there is a little bit of virtual fatigue, but we know that for safety reasons and health reasons, there is no other way to do this. The program is putting some measures now available to the projects to help the implementation, given the circumstances. And there is also in the website some information specifically with good practices that we would like to tag, that useful to cope with this challenging times. The partner from Greece mentioned some already good practices that are helping them to cope with the situation. And also the policy learning platform will keep supporting the regions in order to face this COVID-19 crisis. Finally, what about the future, which is something that I think that is very interesting for you. You know that in May 2018, we were not present in the draft regulation. However, in May, 1 year later, thanks to the support from the regions, from the people involved in the projects, the Parliament and the Council asked for Interreg Europe to be back, and hopefully we are back in the regulation. So we have started the programming process. The new program is under development. The programming committee already met in December 2019 in Helsinki. These last 6 months, we have had other 2 meetings. So we are drafting the cooperation program. We are waiting to have the final regulation, the budget decision. It seems that we will have a similar budget to what the program has in the current programming period. And what we wanted to tell you is that there will be no big revolution, but an evolution of the program. So the key features of the new future program will remain. It will be pan-European. We will address all the countries in the European Union. Unfortunately, our UK partners will not be able to participate anymore. We will have a similar overall objective, meaning that the regional policymakers will be at the core of our beneficiaries. We will still be there to improve regional local policies. And the main focus will still be on capacity building, exchange of experience, learning from each other. But there are some new elements that currently the partner states are discussing. The focus on structural funds will be lightened. You know that in the past, in the current program, there was a requisite to have 50% of the policy instruments addressed being structural funds, operational programs. This will not be the case anymore. Probably there will be at least one, but we will be more flexible in the type of regional and local policies that the partners will be able to improve. Because as you can see, sometimes it's difficult to improve the operational program, and this does not mean that things improve and change in the regions. We want to give the opportunity, and the success of the 3 pilots approved for Osiris confirmed this, to offer the possibility to the projects to do pilot testing in real conditions from the beginning. So at the application stage, the partners will be able to include pilots. And finally, the program will have one single priority. We have decided, the partner states, to go for the Interreg specific objective of better cooperation governance, which means that it goes more in line with the overall objective of the program, capacity building, but the thematic approach will be similar to what we have now. So we will keep funding projects on research and innovation, SME competitiveness, so Smart Europe, but also Green Europe, environment, resource efficiency. So more or less, we will try to have a broad approach and to be able to address what someone mentioned before, that the projects at the end of the day are there to improve and to address the societal challenges that the different territories have. So hopefully we will be able to see you in the future in the new program. Hopefully this will be operational. Hopefully there is a part on the website that informs about the new program development. End of next year, beginning of, so end of 2021, beginning of 2022. There might be the possibility already to apply to the new program. And I'm sure that we will see you in the future. And again, congratulations. And thank you so much for this successful project.
My name is Thomas Hartman, and I'm the responsible body of the project Osiris from the region of Västerbotten. And normally I work as a Director of External Relations and Strategic Place Management in the region of Västerbotten. I'm very happy to have had the opportunity, and I'm also very grateful for the possibility that we have had together to work with open data, cross-border collaboration, this kind of open innovation. I'm a little bit afraid of all the buzzwords because I think we have to try to define what we mean with this, all these words that sometimes flourish in the discussion. But the foundation anyhow is a matter of citizen participation and the involvement in the development of the society. And these are topics that are close to my heart. And I know it's close to the heart of everyone engaged in Osiris. It's a matter of democracy, of course. But what might be even more important, that it raises the quality of the output of the process. The solutions found are simply better and more effective, more adapt to the problems they aim to solve if we are able to build trust, to open ourselves and to find help from each other. As Nina stated earlier, I'm also proud of Västerbotten's contribution to the project. The innovation loop is a process where we have been able to work both locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally. And now got European Union best practice in a way. And we will continue to develop these methods and tools because the different tools for interaction. And as Lars pointed out, it's important to distinguish the core of the strategy from its apex and to acknowledge that it is in the apex that the effective changes and relocation actually takes place. To this, I would like to add the importance of implementing our experiences of co-creating and cross-border collaboration. And let me take the regional development as an example. The ability to collaborate is a key issue in achieving stronger effectiveness and attractiveness for the region, and in creating the condition for a strengthened regional leadership. Because we must remember, there are no organizations. There are only individuals, and they might be interested in and feel trust to cooperate, and they might not. And this is possible to create and to stimulate. And the joint regional leadership, the persons acting together, can create the future together, if they want to. A key issue for regional development is the ability to bring together local and regional actors for collaboration based on the regional development strategies, priorities. Even amongst those where the existence of the strategy is known, there tend to be few actors who relate to the regional strategy in their own plans. and how their own organizations can join together with other actors' contribution to a common added value. And this is important, to try to go outside your own organization and to find the driving forces for the other partners. As it is through joint activities that relocation and change is created, the clarification of the joint mission is central to the regional development work. The connections should be further clarified and brought to life and strengthened. To achieve this, someone has to emerge as the process leader. We call it a place manager. To initiate activities at local and regional actors to implement the strategies, choices and priorities. Of course, it's even better if all these activities are carried out together. It's vital to develop a culture of interaction in a region, or in an organization, or in a company. A culture that is mission-driven and that connects actors with common goals in a pentahelix perspective, in dialogue between the public, companies, academia, civil society, and individual actors, enthusiasts. We can sometimes call them influencers. And this work can be derived from the mission, the development strategy. I'm proud of the work that we have done together, and I'm proud of the foundings and the practical work that has been the result of Osiris. And I'm convinced that we will see more of this, because this is very, very important. The ways how to empower actors over different borders to work together and to develop the future together. I would like to once more thank the European Union for the possibility to do this, that we have done it together, and to thank you for the effort as a project partner, and thank also you that has been listening and looking at this conference, because I think we from this conference can derive further new and interesting projects that can develop both our regions and our development strategies and the European Union, at least, and the world to a better place. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.
Yes, thank you so much, Hassan, for your overview and your encouraging words. And Thomas for pointing out that it's really now that the work starts, isn't it? Now we need to implement and get going in that sense. Thank you so much. And as a moderator, I would also, of course, like to thank you for following us today, and to all of you who have contributed to make this final conference. One thing that perhaps has not been mentioned is that projects like this also form a base for friendship. And friendship, my friends, will have an impact in all our lives, long time after the project is over. So thank you so much, and take care, all of you.